The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Jago Castro. The economic team was, quote, shocked when the price cap on rice was issued by President Bongbong Marcos on August 31. In a briefing, Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno admitted that the economic team was not consulted at all when the palace imposed the price ceiling. Diokno, along with NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan and Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman, were at a meeting in Tokyo when Executive Order 39 mandating the 41 and 45 peso cap on rice was released. The EO was approved based on the recommendations of the Agriculture and Trade Departments without reference to the economic team. Diokno claimed a long price ceiling won't work, so it could only be in place for a month or so. The price cap took effect on September 5. Finance Undersecretary Magno was earlier terminated for speaking against the price ceiling on her social media account. Despite her termination, Magno extends her gratitude to Secretary Ben Diokno for the opportunity to serve in government. Magno wrote the message on Twitter while reposting an interview where she supposedly said that she believed Diokno fought for her. Recall that Magno's tenure had been, quote, expired following her post on social media about the implementation of the price cap on rice products. Malacanang justified her removal from office, citing her supposed intentions to malign the administration's economic agenda. In an earlier tweet, Magno said she had been expecting to be removed from office if she posted the graph on supply and demand. However, she pushed through with it, saying that with the way things were going, it was time to go. In another tweet, Magno also expressed her gratitude to people who she said stood up for her in what was right. Some updates on the price cap implementation. Around 300 retailers in Metro Manila and Zamboanga del Sur are set to receive cash assistance today amid the implementation of the price cap on rice products. The government will be distributing up to 15,000 pesos to small retailers in Pateros, Navotas, Parañaque, and Zamboanga del Sur. About 1,000 rice retailers in Quezon City, San Juan, and Caloocan have already received the aid on the first day of distribution last Saturday. However, some beneficiaries say this is not enough to recover their losses. For its part, the Department of Social Welfare and Development says the Trade Department is still finalizing the list of beneficiaries qualified for the aid. However, the distribution must be completed before the election ban.
We're conscious of the September 15 deadline dahil nga may election ban starting September 16. We were informed by DSWD na kailangan maisumiti kagad namin lahat ng mga lista at sila naman makapag-pay out, finish or not finish, pass the papers by September 15.
Meanwhile, the Agriculture Department sees rice prices stabilizing over the next few weeks. The DA says the market will see an increase in local rice supply as the harvest season begins.
Start na ngayon, September, hanggang early October yung peak ng harvest season para sa wet season. So the next week or 2 weeks, mararamdaman na natin yung pagdami ng locally produced na bigas sa merkado.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on The One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. One transport group says that the government's fuel subsidy is not enough as prices of petroleum products continue to soar. In fact, another series of oil price hikes is set to take place on Tuesday. Unioil projects that prices of diesel would go up by up to 60 centavos per liter. Gasoline products are likewise expected to become more expensive by as much as 30 centavos a liter. Traditional jeepneys are set to receive at least 6,500 pesos of fuel subsidy, while at least 10,000 pesos for modern jeepneys. But for transport group Manibela, this is not enough, with drivers' total taxes reaching at least 100,000 pesos annually. Instead, Manibela is calling to suspend VAT and excise taxes on oil, as well as to repeal the oil deregulation law. This way, they said, the government will have the power to control prices of oil in the country.
Nasa almost 20 pesos po na value-added tax at excise tax na pinagsama-sama po ang ikinakarga bawat po litro ng langis. Kaya po sa isang araw po na kumukonsumo kami ng halos 20 litro, Ma'am Cheryl, nasa 400 pesos po ito o higit pa. At sa isang taon nga po, umaabot po ito, Ma'am Cheryl, ng mahigit 100,000. Tapos po, 6,500 lamang po ang makukuha ng ating mga kasamahang chopper at operators. Katawa-tawa po talaga itong pag-compute po ng ating mga nasa DOTR, Department of Budget and Management at DOE.
A teachers group calls out the Education Department's directive to change the term Diktadurang Marcos to just Diktadura in its matatag curriculum. The Alliance of Concerned Teachers, or ACT, said that reducing the truth to just Diktadura is an insult to the pursuit of historical truth and a, quote, disservice to the victims of the dictatorship of the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. A memorandum from the DepEd's Bureau of Curriculum Development said the change in nomenclature was done under the guidance of experts. So far, the agency is yet to issue a statement on the matter. It's official. Deutschland takes home the Naismith Trophy after sweeping the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Germany won a close match against Serbia in front of a 12,000-strong crowd at the MOA Arena on Sunday. The game was intense, as the two teams were nearly even in game statistics entering the matchup. At halftime, the Europeans were tied at 47 all. But in the third quarter, Germany surged ahead by 12 points. This lead was narrowed by Serbia's Bogdan Bogdanovic to just 3 points with a three-pointer and some crucial free throws. But in the end, Serbia couldn't overcome the Dennis Schroeder and Franz Wagner-led team. The final score, 83-77 in favor of Germany. Wagner was named player of the game, while Schroeder snagged the MVP title. Germany's head coach, Gordon Herbert, couldn't help but get emotional. This is Germany's first time winning the World Cup.
Unbelievable group. Coach did a great job of bringing us together, knowing their roles. Everybody just, bring the best to be successful. And I think being 8-0 in a group where we had big-time teams, Zwischenrunde, was heißt auf English, to the next stage, winning the gold medal. That's a blessing.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.